Oh, we have Mr. Stickley live in person.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Judge. I was just dealing with John Fox next door as well.
Okay.
So that's from Judge Pattison. Judge Pattison doesn't care if everything goes either to you or to him or whatever.
All right.
But that's the world that we're in right now. So
Thank you. I thought that had been done earlier, but in fact, I thought they were both his. It would have made more sense to either me to take it or him to take it, but let's see who we got here.
he wanted me to reiterate too that he doesn't really mind what happens to bond. His is at the same as it was prior. But
all right. Good afternoon, sir. Are you Thomas David Blair?
Yes, sir.
I'm Judge Middleton. I'm here at the courthouse. The file number here is 24808FY.
Yes, sir.
With me is the Chief Public Defender, Mr. Keith Stickley. Let me get back into your case. This is a felony warrant that alleges that on or about February 7th that you uttered and published a forged check purportedly to Matt Skinner at I think it was at a different place. One of the convenience stores in Three Rivers. Then there was a second check in the amount of $245. You're charged as a fourth habitual offender. You were arrested on this matter back in June, and then you bonded out and you failed to appear for your arraignment. So the bond was set in the amount of $5,000 cash or surety. People use that address. It's the Mays address. Brianna told me she was at that address today. How did you come to get arrested last night?
I was helping my buddy move stuff out of the garage, and Val Ghost was there, and they seen her, and they came to get her, and I was there.
All right. So they came to get Bell Ghost, and they picked you up also?
Yeah. My address.
All right. Now, I'm not sure what's going on, but I need to get the case back on track. I'm going to set a pre-exam conference for September 17th at 8:30 and a prelim, if needed, for September 24th. And we'll appoint counsel for you. The public defender will. Are you working somewhere?
Yes, sir.
Where's that?
Forest River.
Well, why didn't you come back to court? You posted a bond and then never showed up.
I was living in Grand Rapids, sir. Sorry. And my car broke down there. I was living in Wyoming, Michigan, and my car broke down on the way to here. I called your the office and told them I was on my way to court.
I don't believe you're working at Forest River. Which plant are you at?
The White Pigeon, 210.
When did you start there?
Like 2 weeks ago.
But then you never bothered to come back to court?
I should have, for sure.
Well, yeah, and I don't believe that you work at Forest River.
I've worked at Forest River several times.
Yeah, but you're homeless, living in your car in Grand Rapids. All of a sudden now you're employed.
No, sir, I wasn't living in my car in Grand Rapids. I had a house.
All right. Well, I'd set the bond at $5,000. It's a fourth habitual offender. This isn't the crime of the century. You forged or allegedly forged and passed 2 false checks. So just a second. So between July and September, you just never bothered to.
I called, sir.
Well, yeah, we don't do telephone felony arraignments by telephone. You need to come into the courthouse. You may have called and said, hey, I'm gonna be late. So I issued a bench warrant with a 48-hour hold to give you 2 days to come deal with it, and then you didn't. So then a warrant issued. The original bond was 3,000, 10%. The new one's 5,000. Who else lives? Who do you live there with?
The landlord's name is Carrie. There's Cynthia lives there, Carrie, and Ross.
Is that where you got picked up?
And Jim May, the house is condemned and they'll have to move the stuff out of the garage.
Well, I asked that of this morning. I said, I thought that house was condemned. And she said, no, I'm still living there.
Yeah, they gotta get everything out of that garage by like next month, so.
I would have moved you out and moved somebody else in, but it's easier when we're using these Polycom rooms and jail staff to just leave you there. We're trying to confirm your employment. Let's see what I can find out here. Do you have any holds on you from anywhere else?
I think I have a child support warrant out of here.
Yeah, you do. Also child support warrant.
I called and I tried every extension and I always got voicemail, so I don't know.
All right, we can't confirm one way or the other. I'm gonna return the bond to its original status. Not 5,000, but 3,000 cash or surety, not 10%. You have a hold on you for child support as it is. So we'll explore further whether you're really working there or not. If you're not, you and I are gonna have further discussion of it, but your pre-exam is set for September 17th at 8:30. All right, Mr. Blair. Yes,
Sir, I'm not working there, sir.
all right.
I was hoping to get bond because honestly, sir, my life's going to hell. I'm addicted to heroin.
Yeah, okay, don't tell me anymore.
I apologize. I have worked there. You know,
Yeah, you're not working there. All right, I don't think you're not gonna post it anyway, but you were jerking my chain, but you redeemed yourself by telling me the truth. I was gonna set it at about $10 million when I confirmed that you weren't working there, but 3,000 cash or surety, and there's a hold. Someone will be appointed to represent you, and we'll see you on September 17th.
I apologize, sir.
All right, good luck, Mr. Blair.
Thank you.
Right. We had the same thought.
I didn't believe him and I was justified. Because he is addicted to heroin and he is not functioning at a high enough level to work there. Hi, I'm done with Mr. Blair. Could I have my next customer? Well, he is gonna do a forced detox.
This intense courtroom moment opens with what seems like a routine hearing, but quickly turns into a raw and uncomfortable reality check. Thomas David Blair appears before Judge Middleton through a video court setup, already carrying the weight of serious legal trouble. The charges are not minor. He's accused of passing forged checks at multiple locations and is listed as a fourth habitual offender, which automatically raises the stakes. From the very start, the judge's tone makes it clear this is not going to be a sympathetic conversation. Blair had previously bonded out but failed to appear for his felony arraignment, triggering a bench warrant. When questioned about his absence, Blair attempts to explain that he was living in another city, his car broke down, and he supposedly called the court. But the judge shuts that down fast, reminding him that felony cases don't work over phone. Calls showing up is mandatory. As the hearing continues, contradictions begin piling up. Blair claims he is employed at Forest River, a manufacturing company, but struggles to provide convincing details. The judge presses him hard, questioning how someone who was allegedly homeless or unstable just weeks ago is suddenly working again. The courtroom atmosphere tightens as it becomes clear the judge doesn't believe him. Then comes the turning point, a moment that shifts the entire tone of the hearing. Blair finally breaks. He admits he lied about his employment. In a vulnerable and painful confession, he tells the judge that his life is falling apart and that he is addicted to heroin. The courtroom goes quiet. Judge Middleton immediately stops him from saying more, not out of cruelty, but because the truth has already been exposed and it changes everything. The judge makes it clear that honesty, even when late, matters. While Blair is still facing serious charges and consequences, the judge acknowledges that coming clean may have saved him from an even harsher bond. Instead of escalating the bond further, Judge Middleton resets it to $3,000 cash or surety. Though Blair remains held due to a separate child support warrant, what makes this moment so powerful isn't just the legal outcome. It's the human collapse unfolding in real time. The judge openly states afterward that he doubted Blair from the beginning and feels justified in doing so, explaining that addiction prevents someone from functioning at a stable level. Yet there is no mocking, no yelling, just a cold, judicial realism. The final words hit hard. Blair will undergo forced detox while in custody. The judge calls for the next case, moving on without ceremony. Life in the courtroom doesn't pause for personal tragedy. This case serves as a brutal reminder of how quickly excuses fall apart under scrutiny and how addiction, dishonesty, and repeated bad decisions can trap someone in a cycle that's incredibly hard to escape. There are no viral outbursts here, no screaming, just quiet destruction, where reality wins and consequences follow. In the end, this wasn't just about forged checks or missed court dates. It was about accountability, truth, and the thin line between mercy and punishment in a system that sees stories like this every single day. If you want more real courtroom moments where truth collides with justice, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss what happens next.